Boys, today we have a very, very special part of the show. Today, we are going to be taking a look at some real-life animals. No longer in-game, in real life. We're here with Maya and also her friend, and they're going to be showing us a number of these wild animals. And I am, honestly, guys, I'm really excited for this. Oh, do we have like a saber-toothed tiger?
Oh yeah, we got it all. We got it all.
All right. Go on ahead. Let's go. Tell them pretty much what's going on here.
Okay, hello, it's Bird Girl. Most of you know me as Bird Girl. I do falcons and birds of prey. I stream, but I'm also a director at a wildlife rehab center in Central Texas. This is my coworker Ella, so she's going to be helping me out with animals today. We do a bunch of species from Central Texas, so opossums, raccoons, owls, skunks, deer, reptiles, whatever. And the purpose of the center is to rescue orphaned or injured wildlife, and then we rehabilitate and then re-release them into the wild. Some aren't so lucky. Some of the animals that we get in have a permanent injury or a permanent handicap that makes them non-releasable, and those animals are either have to choose between humane euthanasia at the center or become educational ambassadors for the center. So we have 5 educational ambassadors here today that are non-releasable. I want to put an emphasis before we bring any of them out that none of the animals we have are pets. You'll see some of us interacting pretty intimately with them on stream, but some of the species that we have are negatively affected by the pet trade. So you'll see, or Ella will talk about that later on in the presentation, but nothing we have are pets. They're wild animals, educational ambassadors, but yeah, we got 5 of them.
Maya, I have a question.
Yes.
Real quick. So I've actually been running a wildlife reservation in my attic with some raccoons. Could I give them to you guys?
You should probably leave them there. I'm sure they have plenty to eat in your house.
There's a reason they keep coming.
Right.
I got a nice place. Continue.
Okay. All right. Should we just bring out the first one?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's get it going. Okay. So the first ambassador that we have is one of those animals that has been negatively affected, not necessarily by the pet trade, but by people thinking that these animals can be pets. Where are you? His name is Oswald, or Ozzy, and he is an eastern fox squirrel.
Wow.
It's a squirrel. So he fell out of a tree when he was little, and yeah, he's a little bit chunky.
What are you guys feeding him? Oh my God.
So
Okay, he's not that fat. Come on, give him a break.
Jeez.
But his name is Ozzy, so he fell out of a tree when he was little, and somebody picked him up and thought that they would keep him as a pet. So they tried to raise him when he was a baby. They only fed him watermelons and pecans, which is not a sufficient diet for squirrels.
He's turned into a watermelon.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay, Asmon. But yeah, so he developed a metabolic bone disease. So his bones were really weak when he was a baby. And then when he was playing in their house, climbing on the window curtains, he fell down and he broke his spine. So that led to him not having good proprioception in his back legs. So he's essentially paralyzed from the waist down, which is what makes him non-releasable. So we'll see if we can put him on the table. He kind of has to scoot around to get around. Actually, he looks pretty good right now. If he walks up to you, you can put your hand over him, but I wouldn't reach out to touch him. He may or may not go for some nuts. He's never been here before, so gotta give him a second to feel everything out.
So cute.
Oh my God.
We have some pecans on the table here. Fox squirrels are really, really cool. They're the largest tree squirrel native to North America. They're really, really important for the environment, too, because they're called scatter hoarders, which I just learned that word recently, and I think it's so funny. So they collect, he's eating a nut. They collect seeds and nuts, and then they bury them so they can go back and find them later. But it's impossible to remember where they bury everything. So they're really important for forest regrowth. For that reason.
So you're saying that they're actually so dumb that they forget where they plant their seeds and they end up creating forests?
Yes.
Wow.
Precisely.
Good job, buddy.
Well,
Keep it up.
I mean, or maybe they're not dumb. Maybe they're just so productive that they just can't keep track of it.
Yeah, it's
you know?
true. They just got so
That's-
many things going on.
Yeah. They're rodents, so like other rodents, they have teeth that never stop growing. So they have to chew on a lot of things. I brought it, but I don't know where I put it. He chews on antlers, like you can give dogs antlers to chew on. He'll chew on wood blocks and things like that as well. So this is Ozzy. He's pretty neat. He's about a year old.
Wow.
I forget what's his lifespan?
15 years.
15. Asmon Asmon and the squirrel.
Yeah, they got the same eyes.
Look, dude, I can't believe it. It's a real squirrel, and he's in the house.
Yeah, his favorite thing are pecans, probably.
I bet.
We give him whole ones. He likes to crack them open. He also gets produce at the center, so he needs lots of calcium to keep his bones strong. So he gets dark leafy greens. He gets 75% vegetables, 25% produce. And then occasionally he'll get mealworms and eggs and eggshells and things like that because those are pretty high in calcium.
All of these animals have a better diet than Zach.
What do you
they
mean?
absolutely do. Wait until the last one.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So you can you keep these as a pet or no?
No, so these are
No.
wild animals. Yeah, so part of the reason that Ozzy is with us at the rehab center is because someone tried to keep him as a pet. Didn't work out. They're wild animals.
And why are you not able to keep them as a pet?
Well, it's illegal first and foremost, but
okay.
also it's just not good for their welfare.
Really?
They're not meant to be in captivity. They're hard to take care of. They're a lot more unpredictable than like your dog or your cat or something. Ella and I get hurt all the time. So they're
they
wild
bite ya?
animals. Yeah, they will.
Oh.
He's actually pretty good. He's not so bad about biting.
Seems kind of nervous.
Yeah, I think he.
I wonder why.
I'm gonna go in here.
Oh, that you put him in his little
Squirrel
house.
box. There we go.
Wow.
He's gotten a little big for it.
I know.
This
He's
little-
stocking up.
It's a little embarrassing, huh?
They stock up for the winter, even though he
He's
lives
stocking up.
indoors primarily. He
Okay.
still gets a little bit chunky come winter season.
Oh my God.
So
So
yeah.
I noticed his tail is a little bit ratty. Let's be
It is.
honest. And is the reason that his tail is ratty because of his injury, or is it just something that's due to the nature of him being maybe in captivity?
now, so part of his tail has actually been damaged by one of our other ambassadors that's here today. I'll talk to you
Oops.
about it. They hang out together all the time, and he just likes to chew. So his
Okay.
tail is not as bushy as we hope it would be.
Oh.
Now you can't. He's over here. Squirrel.
Oh.
He's okay. But
You see
squirrels have.
squirrel there. You see that ninja shit that he just pulled right there? He did the flippy floppy and he turned right back around, man.
They're super agile.
He can-
Ozzy
he
obviously
can
has a
take
harder
it.
time. Yeah, but they have their bushy tails for a couple of reasons. One, for balance. Obviously, he has a really hard time with balance already. But they'll use it to balance themselves in trees. They're really good climbers. Their feet can turn 180 degrees
I
like
saw
this, so
that.
they can climb up trees. So their front feet will be like this. Their back feet will be like that.
Can I
But
touch him?
if he comes up to you, you can touch him.
Okay.
But he's just chilling, eating.
You think he's a little bit
eating
he's
a
a little
nut
bit frayed.
right now. Look at how he looks. This is not the best angle for him. He looks kind of chunky.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Yeah. Of course. Oh my God. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they'll also use their tails to keep themselves warm.
There's one squirrel that I have at my house that we feed, and he's gotten this close to me, man. Like
Yeah?
I'm gonna get him one day. I'm gonna get him one day. Jenny, oh, he's going to. I'm gonna be able to pet him one day.
He might bite you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it's a chance you take.
Well,
Squirrel bites suck. You don't want it.
yeah, squirrels can bite hard. Squirrels will bite hawk teeth off or hawk feet off.
They can kill snakes.
Hawk
I've
toes
seen
off.
lots of videos of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Wait,
but this
squirrels
That
is
is
Ozzy.
incredible. And that's the first ambassador right
This
there,
is the
huh?
first one. Do you guys questions?
And
Anybody?
which one? What animal is that again?
An eastern fox squirrel.
Eastern fox squirrel.
Yes, sir.
That is amazing. Rich, you have let's see if anybody has a question or two about the first ambassador, the Eastern fox squirrel. We'll go ahead and we'll knock those out real quick. Then we'll move on to the next animal.
Any questions?
What do they got, Rich?
I'll open.
They're all coomers, dude.
What the heck?
It's a squirrel.
Yeah, that's weird.
Furry.
Someone's asking, how big do they get?
How big do they get?
They're the largest species of tree squirrel in North America. He's probably about as big as it gets,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe a
So
little
it's not
bigger.
like a goldfish where, like, if you leave a goldfish in a really big place, like the squirrel can get the size of a table.
No.
Are there any? What's the biggest squirrel in the world?
I don't know.
There's some pretty big ones in Asia. I don't know what they're called.
Can you ride them?
They're not that big.
No.
They're just like, I don't know,
Okay.
slightly larger.
How far can a squirrel jump?
That's a great question.
It-
I don't have a number for that, but they're pretty insane.
They can jump.
Yeah, there are lots of videos on YouTube and stuff of squirrels doing some nutty agility.
Oh, sorry. The question was, how far can a squirrel jump?
Oh, yeah, I already answered.
There it is.
I don't know.
Look at that.
I don't have a number for you.
So this is another question that we
Yeah.
have from the chat: are these squirrels in danger of being hunted?
Some people hunt squirrels. The populations of squirrels are doing pretty well. They reproduce pretty fast, so they do all right. But they're a hot commodity for natural predators in the wild. So hawks, falcons, owls, mid-sized carnivores will take squirrels as well.
We had a hawk in my backyard one day.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my god! It was like an elite rare spawn.
They're sick, right?
I saw him. I was like, what the fuck, Mom? Get the camera. I took like 10 pictures of him. I still can't believe that happened. Like you thing is like, guys, this sounds stupid, but imagine you go out every day and there's a pigeon. Every day there's a pigeon. Maybe there's a cardinal. That's cool. And then one day there's a fucking hawk. And you see him, he's massive, he's huge. Oh man, it's crazy. Like I've never seen one before in real life except for that one time. Yeah,
You
there we
have
go.
so many animals in your place.
Yeah.
Like
he
raccoon,
attracts them.
Yeah, I'm a natural druid, I suppose. I don't know what to say. So do we have anything else for
We
Mr.
do.
Oswald there?
Oh, for Oswald, I think I said everything.
I think
Unless
he's
you
getting
guys
a little.
have more questions.
He's getting a little bit squirrely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, there it is.
Asmon, you wanna hear something crazy?
What?
You know, I've held a falcon.
Rich has held a falcon.
Yes.
I have.
Wow.
Rich has caught my falcon before.
Oh, really?
On his glove.
Do you need that? Yeah, so it's like a leather glove, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Oh my god.
All right, we'll go ahead and bring out the next one.
Let's do it.
I'll put Ozzy away.
No, not like that. No, not like
Bye,
that.
Ozzy.
Chat. A bird. It's a bird.
All right. The next one, Ella's gonna talk a little bit about.
It's turtle.
Very
Next one.
different.
The next one. The next one.
Do you have the,
The next one
lettuce?
is
Oh,
our next animal.
Oh, it got out of the
Just gonna.
What the hell?
Oh no.
Where'd you get a moose in
All
here
right.
from? Where'd the moose come from? Oh my god.
He's a little bit scruffy today. We didn't get
Jeez.
to brush him before
Did
we
you
left
feed
the
him?
center. No, he's.
Get him some game fuel, quick. This is not good. He's going crazy. Oh my god.
Can I touch him?
Wow.
Yeah, you can touch this one. He's.
There we go. Here, settle down, Mr. Moose. Settle down. It's
Just
okay.
don't put your
It's
hands
okay.
around his mouth, cause.
Okay.
He seems to really like Ginny.
Wow, look at that.
Sorry, I had a bad morning.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's S. Wait, it was
This is actually
S-Fan
S-Fan.
all along?
Wow.
Oh my god. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
Animal stuff.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, what is this? Is it food?
Pecan.
Can I eat this?
Squirrels can.
Can I eat this?
I wouldn't. I mean, you can. It's edible, but okay.
it's an unflavored pecan, but okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Our next ambassador is a little
Me.
bit different. Ella's gonna
How
talk
do you
about
want-
her.
Do you want to hold it? Do you want me to just give it to you for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. Have at it.
Okay, so this is our next ambassador. Her name is Gopher. She's a
Ooh.
Texas tortoise, which is the smallest species of tortoise in the United States and the only native species of tortoise in the.
Is that the best kind of tortoise? Texas?
I think she's a pretty neat tortoise. Sorry, I'm
So
trying to
yes.
make sure she's not walking off the table.
That's awesome.
She's the only native species of tortoise in Texas. Texas tortoises are what's called gopher tortoises. They're known as a keystone species because of they burrow. Their burrows serve as homes for about 360 different species I read. Texas tortoises not so much because since they're so small, their burrows aren't so large and they don't necessarily burrow anyway because their environment doesn't.
Can she hold it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
that's
just
fine.
don't drop her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she destroys most things that she touches, so I'm kind of worried.
True.
She
Okay.
did not drop something.
He likes me.
Clumsy TTY.
She does.
I was hoping she would day on the table, but that's okay.
She just likes Ginny too much.
This is new for her. This is her first program.
Turtle made it to the
Right.
water.
Nice. Yeah, this is her first program. She's, is she about a year?
So I have a question.
Sure.
Do tortoises,
Tortoises.
tortoisois, the
Tortoise.
French, tortoise, do tortoise can they feel when you touch their shell?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
their shells or skin?
Well, so they have a super, super complex network of blood vessels on their shell, so they can totally feel it. Some turtles turtles even like to be scratched on their shell. Yeah, but
El
you know more about
Tortuga.
that.
Wait, so they feel like pleasure from their shell.
Well, it depends on the tortoise. Rich asked if they feel pleasure from the shell, so we're just gonna continue moving.
It just keeps. Okay. Why does it keep walking this way?
She's got places to be, S-Fan. You got a problem?
She's busy.
She's very busy.
Wait, it's
yes.
a girl.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm not sure how you. I don't know how to differentiate, but you can tell by
Neither
looking
do
at
I.
the
I have no
underside
experience.
of their shell. I think the males are a little more concave on this area. Sorry.
Oh, we got the camera over here too.
Concave in the middle for breeding purposes. You can also tell by the points down here, but I don't know how to tell. We have a sulcata tortoise at the center, not a native species, but one that came into the center and needed our help. And he very much likes to be
He's about to
scratched
make it.
on the back of his shell, so
Can
they
I
do
touch?
have a lot of feel.
question.
You can
I have
touch.
a breeding question.
So,
Okay.
should-
About you ever see that YouTube video
how do I touch?
where the
You can just-
tortoise
do this.
gets
Yeah.
on top of the croc? And,
On top of the croc?
yeah, he has
yeah.
sex with the croc.
Yeah,
hold
so
on.
there's a crocodile, right?
No, it's not a crocodile. It's a croc like the shoe. And
That-
and the tortoise gets on top of it. And
Okay, all right.
we probably can't reenact it because I'm pretty sure that's why Forzen got banned. But the question is, do they make that sound when they breed?
Our sulcata, I've never really heard her vocalize, but also our sulcata makes a lot of really interesting noises. I have never heard him breed before, but I wouldn't be surprised if he made some interesting noises.
How do you, what type of noise? Can you reenact the
I-
noises that the Calcutta makes?
I would rather not, but it's
Please.
kind of like no.
I'm just curious. The folks at home are very curious. And what if there's a situation where there's a Calcutta making a noise,
Sulcata.
a Calcutta making a noise, and somebody that
She likes the game fuel.
She does like game fuel. Cool.
That's their natural habitat, right?
Nice. No, second thoughts. Never
just to make
mind.
sure that they can hear
Better
the
not.
Calcutta noises.
Oh look, chat. It likes you.
Aww. Chat.
Nope. Never mind. Nope. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he's looking. He's like, the hell's wrong with you guys? What are those pictures? What are those emojis? Why are they putting emojis?
He saw the Keck W's and got self-conscious.
He saw Keck W's and it's like normie chat, Omega lol, and left.
Asmon, be careful. He's gonna bite your face, dude.
Asmon, make sure she doesn't fall off, please.
She's
So,
very
can
busy.
these fly?
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Look at
We're about to hear the breeding noises.
See, Asmon's looking at this thing and he's just wondering, like, can I ride this? Is this a mount? That's the only thing he's thinking about.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm just looking at him.
She's cute, right?
Super cute.
How old?
We're not sure of her age. It's hard to tell with tortoises. Similar to how trees have rings on the inside, like when you cut them down, you can see the rings. The little rings on the different scoots, that's growing periods. So where there's a bunch of really even lines, that was a good, period of growth for her. She had a lot of food. There was a lot of water around.
So, this could be easily like millions, maybe.
No.
Oh.
I think she's it takes them 15 years to reach sexual maturity. I don't know if that
Is this the baby? Is this baby? Is she baby?
I don't think she's going to get much bigger, but like I said, we don't actually know how old she is.
Wait, so what's the life expectancy then if they can't have sex till they're 15?
I think in captivity it's about 60 years. Oh,
How much?
He said, "What's the life expectancy in captivity?"
I think in captivity they can reach about 60 years.
6 years.
Wow.
But
So
these
that's like humans.
these guys are not pets. Someone had actually tried to keep Gopher as a pet. That's how we acquired her. It's illegal to keep these as pets. They are a threatened. They're a protected species in Texas because they have been, taken from the wild for the pet trade. So if anyone ever tries to offer you Texas tortoise as a pet, you surrender it to your nearest wildlife rehab center.
Right.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is it illegal for a tortoise to have a human as a pet?
Probably.
It is?
So the reason, so like what we were saying, the reason that they're illegal as pets is because they're having a really hard time in the wild. Like Ella said, they take 15 years to reach sexual maturity, but so many people think they're so cute and want them as pets, they're being yoinked from the wild before they have time to reproduce.
Bro, this
So-
is like a dinosaur.
Pretty cool, huh?
This like a
How she's eating?
This like a dinosaur.
So people are taking them out of the wild faster than they can reproduce, and that's why they're struggling in the wild. That's why these tortoises in particular are illegal to have as pets.
Very
Is she
cool.
eating? She loves romaine lettuce. She loves hibiscus flowers. What else does she like?
We feed them a lot of hay in the wild. They eat a lot of dry grasses. They also eat a lot of cactus, but she doesn't seem to be so.
Vegetarian, mostly?
Mostly.
Indubitably.
Someone from the chat asked.
I'm a meatitarian.
Why does her hair look like Asmon's?
Somebody said, "Why does her hair look like Asmon's?" So tortoises are developed to be in a relatively arid climate. They don't really need any hair to keep themselves warm,
Oh,
where
just like-
they're native to.
So, someone in chat asked, what does ambassador mean? This is a question that I can answer. This tortoise actually goes to different states. This is a Texas
No.
tortoise.
Okay, so an educational ambassador is an animal that is non-releasable, whether it be because of a permanent injury or because of a permanent handicap brought about by humans typically. So we can't release them to the wild, so we train them to be comfortable around people so they can come out and do programs and teach people about their species and inspire people to care about wildlife. She's being very social
Big fan of Korean.
and bald.
And bald, apparently.
So as I said before, these guys are the smallest species of tortoise in the United States. Because they're so small, they have a tiny home range. I think it's about the length of a city block. So we have to know exactly where these guys come from to release them. Otherwise, they spend their whole life trying to, work their way back home, which they would cross.
Relocate very well?
What was that?
Are they not able to relocate very well?
No, as far as I've seen, everything says that they have to be released where they came from. Like, you're not even supposed to, if you do happen upon one in the wild, like crossing a road or something. A lot of people will try and help turtles or tortoises cross the road. Even that could push them out of their home range.
Ooh.
How fast can they run? Like
Not
You're
what-
seeing her go about as fast as she
Really?
can go.
Like
So-
what if she's in danger?
in
Can she?
If she was really in danger, I think she would just retract.
Yeah.
She wouldn't try to run away.
I do that when I'm scared too.
So, have you guys heard about the story of the tortoise and the hare?
Yes.
What does that mean?
What does the story mean?
Yeah, I don't know. People always reference it to me.
There's a race between a tortoise and a hare, and everybody thinks that the hare is going to win because hares are really fast. But then the hare goes and then stops and is like, oh, the tortoise is so slow, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to sit here. And then I think he falls asleep or something, and then the tortoise, slow and steady, just wins the race. And everyone's like, wow.
So why does this tortoise have no hair?
Hare.
Yes.
Anyway. All right. We'll go ahead and bring out the next one.
Hi, tortoise.
Ella will put Gopher back by Gopher. And I will grab our next ambassador. Hold on.
Name's Gopher.
But it's a turtle.
Yeah, but she's
That's
a gopher
confusing.
tortoise. I'm sorry.
What's the next one?
What's the difference between tortoise and turtle?
Tortoise is from Texas.
Guess?
That's what they said. Texas tortoise.
Is it a bear?
Bear?
Is it a porcupine? Is it a rabbit? Is it a fox? Is it a cicada?
An eagle.
Eagle.
Ooh, no, owl.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
I love owl.
It's actually so cute.
So cute.
Hello.
Okay, so.
He's looking at me like I stole something. What the hell?
Well, you probably did. This
I might
is
have.
Ginger.
He looks like chat waiting for you to say their name.
She's very big eyes. We'll talk about her eyes in a little bit. So this is Ginger. She's a red morph eastern screech owl. They're the smallest owls in North America, but not the smallest owls overall. There are 248 species of owls worldwide, the smallest being an elf owl, which is smaller than her, 5 inches tall or so, and the tallest being a great gray owl. Those are like over 30 inches tall, so a huge range of size differences for them. But Ginger is a red morph screech owl. She's looking at Ginny right now, very intently.
Oh, really?
Ginger came to us because she was hit by a car when she was a juvenile. So she had a wing break and it didn't heal quite right. So she can fly, but not very far. So she's not releasable. And that's why she's at the center with us.
Can she spin head like 360?
Yeah, so a lot of people ask that. A lot of people think they can spin their heads all the way around. They actually can't. They can turn their head about 270 degrees. They have 14 vertebrae in their neck, which is crazy because humans only have 7. Most other mammals have 7, including giraffes, just 7 big vertebrae, but owls have 14, which is a really cool adaptation. And they have that so they can turn their head 270 degrees to look for prey because if you look at my eyes, any human eyes, we can look like this way and this way, right? Owls can't do that because their eyes are set in place in they're tubular shaped, and they're held together by sclerotic rings, which is bone in their skull. So they can't look either direction. They have to turn their whole head to look around. So she just looked at Ella there.
That's some exorcist shit.
Yeah.
What the?
But they have super well adapted eyes to see their prey. These are sit and wait predators. She's really well camouflaged, so you can imagine if she was sitting in a tree, it'd be really hard to see her. So while hawks and falcons may soar for their prey and then stoop down to get it, a screech owl will wait in a tree until something scurries across the forest floor, and then they'll go and grab it that way. They eat lots of stuff, so mice, voles, crayfish, snakes even, amphibians, lizards, whatever they can get their feet on.
Is this as big as they get?
Yes.
Wait, I have a question about owls.
Yes.
I remember this from school,
Okay.
Maya. Don't they eat bones and poop them out?
They totally do. Well, they don't poop them out. They cast them up in pellet form. So we actually have some owl pellets that you guys can dissect if you'd like.
You know, it's kind of like in Donkey Kong Country when the owls shoot the pellets. Now it makes sense. Because I actually always wondered why do the owls shoot nuts at you, but then they're actually just pellets.
Yeah. So you want to get the gloves, like latex gloves. Oh, right. So owls eat their prey whole. Birds of prey eat their prey whole. But whatever they're not able to digest, they will cast up the following morning in the form of a pellet. So bones, fur, feathers, whatever is not nutritionally
So
valuable
it's like
for
a
them.
loot box.
Yeah.
Grab.
Okay,
Okay.
everybody take gloves if you'd like to dissect an owl pellet so you can
Actually-
see what's in them.
Sit down. Right now. Right now. Actually, before we touch this owl's vomit, we need to run to a quick break to make sure that we're not ingesting the vomit.
Pardon?
That's what Sinek said.
Okay. Okay. How about we keep it on this screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I can talk more about her if you want. Or do whatever.
Be right back.
Are we good?
Are we on break? Okay, so we'll do this real quick and then.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, dude.
All right.
Do they like to be sang to?
I don't think so.
Like a bird.
Okay,
What
go
is the
ahead.
breed that gives you the letters to Hogwarts?
Oh, a snowy owl.
So this is the wrong one.
Right.
I'm not going to Hogwarts.
Right.
Where is Hogwarts?
I don't know.
It's in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So they're dissecting owl pellets right now. So what these are, like I said earlier, owls, whatever, they eat their prey whole, whatever they can't digest the following morning, they cast up in the form of a pellet. So if they dissect these, they may find bones, feathers, fur. It may be too muffled, they may not see anything super clear, but these are what owl pellets are. So they were recently coughed up by our lovely ambassador, Ginger. That's why they're wearing gloves.
So these are effectively loot boxes that are made in nature.
Look at that
Yeah.
tiny little bone.
Wait, this
Oh
is-
yeah,
God,
Rich is
look at
finding a
that.
ton of fur. Ginger primarily eats mice at the center. Sometimes she gets quail. She gets mealworms as a treat as well.
Ooh, tasty.
But yeah, Rich is finding a lot of fur in there. There is.
See the bones.
Esfand
I
is
had
just
wor-
poking it.
I had worms once.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
yeah?
one right there.
Yeah, when I
I
was
got
little.
some bones as
Oh,
well.
sick. Nice. Rich really making use of his double tweezer situation.
Build a skull.
No
So-
way.
So this is like the puke.
Yeah.
How does this fit in their mouths? Like it comes out of their mouths? This is huge.
Yeah. So it they regurgitate it, but they can swallow. I mean, she can swallow an entire mouse whole. So.
And then
Don't
Ryan
underestimate
She
Riley,
can do that?
they type an old,
That's
"Mizkif, I
wild.
flew up."
So this is it looks like lint.
That's a jaw.
It does, yeah. So it looks like lint because there's a lot of fur in there.
Oh, is it like is this
Oh
mouse
my
fur?
God.
Yes, mouse fur.
Maya,
That's so
look,
cool.
It's a jawbone. It's a jawbone. You see that?
So these are
Dude, yeah, that's sick. Show the camera. I don't know which one it is.
so this
Oh
is,
yeah,
this is all pieces of mouse basically.
yeah. There may be some quail bits in those as well, depending on what she got the day before.
Oh my gosh, there's a bone. Here, let me
I
show
got
this.
one little bone right here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Dang.
Wow.
That's a little TMI, dude.
Hey.
Oh, look at that's a
Look at
good
this.
one,
Look,
S-Fan.
I got a nice
Take a look
bone.
at S-Fan.
Look at that. Look at that.
Dang, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
solid.
It's
that's
a
a
nice,
big one.
It's a clean.
That's a
I have the
PSA
biggest
10.
Bone, right,
Yeah.
Maya?
Okay.
Look,
All right.
mine's the biggest.
Look at this. Oh my god. Can I get one of yours for a minute, just so I can get some
We
of this
have
picked
more
apart?
if you guys are
Yeah,
trying
can I
to
get
do
another
more.
one?
We brought lots
Oh my
of
God.
pellets for everybody.
Can we make
Okay,
it
wait,
creepy
really
good?
cool. Now that you're looking at her like that,
More
so they have
tweezers as
really,
well.
really interesting eyelids. They have something called a nictitating membrane, and that's a third eyelid. That
Oh, I was gonna ask about that. She keeps like blinking with one eye. I thought she
Yeah.
was winking at me.
No, so she's got a third eyelid. We have two, right? The one that can shut from the top, one from the bottom. She has one that can close from the inside of her eyes to the outside. So you'll see it's clear. So a lot of reptiles have that as well. Alligators have it to keep debris out of their eyes when they're swimming, but they can still see through it.
Oh yeah.
Super, super cool adaptation.
If you slow mo it here, show it. I bet if you clip that and slow mo,
Yeah,
you'll see
you
it.
100% will.
Yeah,
you can see it right now. She's
it.
blinking
You
a
see-
lot.
You see it?
What the
She looks like a Furby.
Yeah, I thought that too.
kinda
Actually, it
does.
reminded me of Furby
Rich
when it
made
turned
the
its
point.
head.
Rich made the point when we were off that she looks really angry, and I can tell you guys she is not
Okay.
not angry at all. Owls have a really, really heavy occipital ridge, so their bone structure makes it look like angry eyebrows like people, but that's just what she looks like. She's
Wait.
hanging out right now.
Do you have a heavy occipital ridge?
No, I always look sad, so mine's like this.
You have a light occipital ridge.
Maybe I guess yeah.
What does occipital mean?
I don't know how to define that for you.
You're my little
So-
hog champ.
We
We
have
also
another.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's another animal here too. Actually, so we brought a rat in.
Yeah, something that
Yeah.
Ginger can eat.
Wait, really?
It's her
Yeah, we
favorite
did.
food.
Oh,
Yeah.
rat.
So we're actually going to feed Ginger a rat today. We are. So Mitch,
Yo,
here.
what up?
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Hey, dude, what's going on, man? Look at these. It's the real owl, dude.
No, I see.
What the fuck,
You're its prey. Oh shit.
Yeah, don't get too close because it actually will eat you.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. So I'm gonna leave. Ginny and I are gonna go do the thing. So I'm gonna give you my headset. Chat. Ginny and I are going to go. We are going to get Christmas decorations and stuff for
Yay.
Christmas party that we're doing tomorrow night on my stream. So I'm gonna go with Ginny on her stream, and I'm gonna give the headset to Mitch, and I will be back later.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. I will need it.
Puts it on me, dude. Like my.
Where do I put the? Where do I put the owl?
That's a
throw?
cool one.
Can I use your glove and hold it?
No.
Okay.
She's pretty chill, but no, Mitch.
We just dissected owl vomit.
So another really cool thing about owls is they fly pretty much silently. So this species of owl, there's about 5 wing strokes per second when they're in
Silent
the
but
air.
deadly.
Yeah. And owls have serrated wing edges on their primaries, so the outermost wing. So when they flap, there's like no noise. They're super, super cool in that sense as well. A lot of people also ask about her ear tufts. Where are her ears? So people think that these two bits at the top of her head are
Yeah,
her ears.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, they're not. They're just to help her, to help break up her shape while she's camouflaging into a tree. So they're just for camouflage. Her ears are just on the sides of her head. They're like
Oh
holes.
my god, and those little holes that are on her beak, that's her nose, isn't it? And guys, just so you know, we're going to take some questions as well. So if you guys have any questions for the animal, if you want to ask him anything, is it him or her?
Her.
Ask her anything, just go ahead and check in chat. We're going to find a few of these.
Look how she's listening to Asmon.
Yeah.
really
yeah.
looking at him.
Oh, yeah, you like that, huh? Wow. Is there one big enough to where you can ride one of these?
No, the largest owl in mass is a Eurasian eagle owl. The
Okay.
tallest is only like 30 something inches tall.
So, all right, another question similar to that. So, of all the birds, every bird in the world, is there any bird that you could comfortably ride?
Well, people ride ostriches, but I don't know
Oh.
how.
That's not a real bird.
Well,
It does it fly?
like a flighted bird?
Of
How
course.
many
Out of all the
birds do you know
flighted
that have won a
birds,
war?
No. What?
I said, how many birds do you know that have won a war? How are you going to say an ostrich ain't a real bird? Or is that emus?
Emus in Australia.
Oh.
Still, I mean, like ostriches just put their head in the ground. So,
Sounds like wild players.
this is crazy.
She's
like,
beautiful, isn't she?
they're so small. Like whenever I thought of an owl, I was thinking of like something that's like the size of my forearm. You know, like,
And
this
most
is
of
just
them,
a little bird.
most of them are. Yeah. Another cool thing about owls, so we wear this glove, right? Everybody asks, why do you wear the glove? Or kids usually ask that. Other people, no. But we wear it for her. I have not yet found the number of what her grip strength is, of what screech owl's grip strength is. But a great horned owl, the ones everybody's super familiar with, right? Like this tall or so with the big horns. Their grip strength is 500 to 600 PSI. And a human male, if you're really strong and you fist your hand like this and do as like tight as you can, you're going to max out at like 50 or so.
Wait, so you're telling me this owl is stronger than a person?
Not her.
It's got a better grip.
I don't know what her grip strength is, but great
That's
horned owls
crazy.
far stronger. Great horned owls 500 to 600, humans 50.
Oh my
Pounds per square inch.
God.
Yeah,
It's a lot of PSI.
it is.
So this little birdie boy, this one can't fly around anymore, huh?
Right. She can probably make it in the air like 50 feet
Yeah.
or so, maybe less. But yeah, that's what makes her not releasable.
Why do
unfortunately.
owls hunt at night?
They're nocturnal. So there are some species of owls that are diurnal or crepuscular, which is dusk and dawn. But this particular species is nocturnal. It just gives them the best advantage. They're well adapted to be able to see, to hear at night. So that's where they're most successful.
Is that because of their eyes?
Yeah, their eyes
Wow.
and her hearing, in addition to her camouflage, making her hard for prey to spot.
Yeah. This is crazy. Do you want to take one question from chat before we do?
Yeah.
Let's take a question from chat. What do you guys have? All right.
Corpuscular.
Crepuscular. Mountain
This is
lions,
crazy.
deer, some owl species, dusk and dawn.
So the question was, are owls in danger of being hunted for food?
You know, I don't know many people that I don't know that there's a lot of hunting for sustenance in owls. A lot of people shoot owls and shoot other hawks and birds just for sport. I know that there are a lot of species of owls that are endangered. I couldn't tell you the whole list because it's way too long. But most of that is because of things like habitat loss, fragmentation, development, and other human conflict. But hunting is probably not one of the big ones. All right.
Wow.
We got 2 more ambassadors to bring out. We're going to switch to
right.
the next one right now. But
Let's do it.
that's Ginger. And Ella's going to tell you guys about the next one.
Incredible.
That stuff in your gloves, please.
There you go.
Wow.
Alrighty. Do you guys have trash?
Everybody in chat, what animal
This
do you
is-
want to see next?
Just right now.
Thank you.
And then can I get those gloves as well?
If you could pick any animal in the world to see right now, what animal would you want to see? A giraffe? A doduo?
A doduo.
Yes.
Haven't those been deleted?
Uh,
They got removed from the game. An earlier patch. Underpowered.
Oh no.
Oh, I have one of these. He lives under my bed.
Oh no, why'd you? Oh no, oh god.
Look at, dude, I have one of these.
Oh my god.
His name's my dad calls him Mr. P.
Okay, this is Penelope. She's one of our ambassador possums.
Mrs. P.
She, as you can notice, she has a messed up front right leg. This makes her not
Oh god, I don't like it.
releasable.
I'm scared.
Sorry.
Oh, ferocious.
Oh, she's going for the game fuel?
Sorry.
Oh god. Oh
She's a
god.
little nervous.
Here, I'll put
Me
these.
too.
So,
Oh,
Sorry. You're okay. This is also her first program. This is a lot for her. She came in this first possum season as a little bitty baby, probably not bigger than an inch. When she came in, she had a broken front right leg, and we did try to fix it, but unfortunately, it just, no matter how we splinted it, it just never worked itself out. So she stays with us, and she's an ambassador for possums, which are some of the most interesting animals in North America, I feel.
Look at their so these are marsupials, and I remember I caught one of these before, and she had all of her little babies in her pouch.
What do
Yeah.
you mean you caught one?
Yeah, we had cages. Those in my house.
So, yes, marsupials, they carry their babies in their pouch.
Yeah.
Their babies are born as tiny little jelly beans, and then they spend the rest of their
Are these the
development.
babies?
No, those are grapes. Those are her favorite snack, but she's a little overwhelmed at the moment. So the little jelly beans spend the rest of the development in their mother's pouch. With possums, they actually swallow their mother's nipple, and we have to tube feed the baby possums that come in because that's how they naturally eat.
Wait, what do you mean they swallow the nipple?
Yeah, so their mother's nipple is really, really long and gross, so they have to swallow it like down into their stomach, and they stay attached there, and they develop there, like physically attached, until they're ready to be, once they've opened their eyes, once they have
So they
fur.
grow on the nipple.
Mhm.
Like, okay. Okay.
So if you've ever seen, if you've ever seen baby opossums riding on the mom's back, I think that's a pretty common image that people think of. So when they're little, they're attached to the nipple when they're in the pouch, and then once they get big enough, they crawl out of that pouch and onto her back, and they'll cling to her back for as long as they can, or until they're all too big to stay on there. Then they'll fall off and live their own life.
So, why the opossum? Why not just possum?
That's a great question. A lot of people get them mixed up. So opossums are our North American marsupials, and possums are marsupials in Australia. So totally different species. Possums are all gray. They look super different. Opossums have this white face and the white ticking.
Oh.
Speaking of ticks.
Yeah, so possums are omnivores. They eat, a lot of people associate them with getting them into their garbage, but
Yeah.
they eat a lot of pests, or things we would consider pests. They eat about 5,000 ticks a season, which helps cut back on the spread of Lyme disease. They find ticks in the nooks and crannies of...
Can I pet him?
Yeah, if she walks by, you can touch her on her back.
Yeah.
Or her tail, if you want.
Oh, I don't think she likes you. Yo. I don't think she likes you.
Usually she's a little more comfortable, but this is a lot for her.
Yeah.
They have a long nose, and they have a long tongue that they can get into the cracks of bark and dig for ticks. They also eat snakes. They are immune to snake venom.
Whoa.
They eat rattlesnakes, so they're at
Yeah.
least immune to hemotoxin, which is blood clotting toxin.
These are badass animals.
They are.
Oh, that's cool.
They eat ticks. They're immune to venom. They have more teeth than any other mammal in the U.S. I think it's 52, whereas humans have 32. So they're super, super. I think this is one
That's
of the
like
most
45
underrated
more than
animals. One of the most underrated animals.
And
that
why?
exists.
So obviously you shouldn't have them as pets. So it would make them unhappy. What else would it? Why else is it bad to have a opossum as a pet?
They smell bad, and they're not domesticated, so they are...
What's with this nasty ass tail?
Um,
What's with like that's a one thing. Like this is such a cute animal, but they got that nasty ass tail.
So, their tail is also interesting. They have a prehensile tail, so you know how elephant trunks, they can grab things and
Yes.
stuff. They can't necessarily grab things.
So there's
But
no
they-
way it could do that, right?
They use it for balance. So, like when they're climbing up and down trees, you'll see them use their tail as a fifth hand. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think of them hanging upside down and sleeping from trees upside down. That's not really what they do. Like I said before, they just use that as balance. Baby possums might hang upside down from trees, but that's not really natural behavior for them.
Oh, it's warming up to you.
I have experience.
with opossums.
Oh yeah.
They also smell really bad. She smells fine right now, but
See, I don't have a sense of smell. This is my ideal pet.
Aren't they? They're softer than you'd expect, right? I feel like they look really coarse, but they're actually pretty soft. The game fuel.
she
Gentlemen, do we have any questions for Mr. Possum here?
Miss Possum.
Mrs. Possum here?
Miss Possum. She's
Mrs.
not
P.
married.
Mrs. P? Yeah, there's one of these that lives in my dad's house. My
Nice.
dad leaves the door open all the time and he passes out, and then the possum lives under my bed, and then at night it comes out from under my bed and eats the cat food.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about them giving rabies to any of your other pets. Their body temperature is too low to host the rabies virus.
Yeah.
Also badass.
They're also extremely skittish animals. A lot of people will accidentally corner them and see them like with their mouth open and see their scary 50 teeth. But
So in a 1v1, opossum versus a raccoon, does a raccoon come out ahead?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoons are insane.
Raccoons are like the crazy bitch that like grab hair and like
Oh
bite.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question from chat is, do possums really play dead?
Yeah, possums, playing possum is actually an involuntary response. It's a chemical response in their body which makes them go into a coma-like state for, it can be hours on end.
It's
So-
acetylcholine that causes it, right?
I'm not sure.
I can feel it kind of gripping me a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
What?
tail.
I just know that.
Okay.
It's a similar chemical response that people actually have. It's a byproduct of the adrenaline. When an adrenal response happens, that same chemical courses through our blood, and that's the reason why people miss shots when they're firing things. That's why people can't. It's not that hard to hit a shot.
Right. When they play dead, they also release an odor that does make them smell pretty dead, but Penelope is a pretty comfortable possum, so none of the possums we've had at the facility have ever played dead.
Oh my God.
Anybody want to see possum poop?
Okay. Another question from chat.
It's right here.
Does a possum fit in a Pokeball?
No. Well, I don't know how big Pokeballs are.
Are Pokeballs humane?
No.
No. I guess not.
Look at this.
Alright.
So you can't have this as a pet.
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, they're a protected species.
Is it okay if, like, an asthma situation where he has a cohabitative opossum? Is that okay?
Still no. No. It's illegal to have them in captivity without the proper licensing.
So he's breaking the law. The possum's breaking the law whenever he goes in my house.
Right. You're not even supposed to
going to-
really put food out for them or
You're
anything.
gonna go to jail.
She's so cute.
You're going to jail.
They're
Mr.
also
Possum.
people think of opossums and they think that they're gross and that they're pests, but I feel like opossum ambassadors are really cool because once you get up close to them, they are so cute.
I like the smell. I actually like the smell
too.
a lot.
Yeah, their musk smell is actually pretty decent, but their poop does not smell. Okay.
Okay. I actually really like the smell. I'm surprised. I was very scared at the beginning, and now I'm not scared. I actually think that they smell kind of cool.
Oh my God! We just saw a real possum and
Opossum.
Opossum, a real opossum, and it didn't try to bite me. That's probably one of the first times ever.
Does the opossum at your dad's place try to bite you?
No, we just stay away from it. It lives in its world. We live in ours.
The last animal that we have, I've worked at a bunch of facilities, zoos, places with exotics, a bunch of ambassadors. This is one of my favorite ones that I've ever worked with. He's so cool. So.
It's a giraffe.
And some of chat may already know him.
It's a giraffe.
Teddy.
A bear? What the fuck?
Wait, have you
How'd
seen
you get a
pictures
bear
of
in
Teddy
here?
yet?
How'd they get a bear in here?
Teddy's so cool. I've seen pictures of Teddy. Doesn't Teddy eat like mangoes and avocados? Teddy's got a better diet than you, Asmon.
Mangoes and avocados. That reminds me, I need to get some more beef jerky.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That
Some
shit was
more.
good, right?
The pepper one?
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
tried to do something a little bit different today. I'm with the 7-Eleven brand. It was actually pretty good.
Imagine if they made a pepper beef jerky flavored Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
Alright, this is Teddy. Teddy is a striped skunk. he's an ambassador at the rehab center because he's imprinted. So there's nothing physically wrong with him. But he was raised by another rehabber. He's sniffing the mic. He was raised by another rehabber that gave him a little too much excessive contact. So he imprinted on people. A lot of people generally know what imprinting means. Basically, it's something that animals do in their early stages of life to identify with another species. So the type of animal that takes care of them as a baby, that's what species they identify with. So they learn how to hunt, what to be afraid of, how to migrate,
So
who
they
to mate
become
with,
like
etc.
they become like reliant because of the imprint.
Right, on
So
people.
so is that what happened with Mizkif and his content with you?
Right.
Did he just imprint upon you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we
That's
can't
what
even release him now.
Right, no Mizkif release stream soon.
Okay.
But yeah, so Teddy's pretty deeply imprinted. He went out with other skunks. He went out with other skunks when we moved him outside to acclimate, and the other skunks were burrowing and interacting with each other, and Teddy wouldn't burrow. He was just pacing the fence looking for people, so that's why we decided he was not releasable.
So this is a dog now.
Well, he likes people.
You ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you know the badgers that invented earthbending, and Toph learned how to
Yes.
earthbend from them, and she became such a good earthbender that she invented metal bending. Mm-hmm. He kind of looks like those.
He does, yeah. So they used to be classified in the badger family, the ferret family. Now they're in a family with just them and stink badgers.
Can they? So the reason that you would consider them earthbenders is because skunks burrow then, like a lot.
Yeah, they're good. They're really, really good at digging.
So do they eat worms then?
Yeah, so they're opportunistic omnivores. They'll eat anything. So produce, crayfish, small mammals if they can get their hands on them, eggs.
Be careful, Asmon.
Teddy every day gets dog kibble, vegetables, a small amount of fruit, pecans, yogurt, an egg.
Okay,
Am I
but
missing
like,
anything?
aren't you worried about him doing the skunk thing?
Yes, let's talk about the spraying. So his anal glands are fully intact.
Anal glands?
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah.
fully capable of spraying.
Hands up.
But he never has because he's not afraid of people. So spraying, obviously, everybody knows, is a skunk's defense mechanism. It's a sulfur-based compound that they spray. It can temporarily blind you. It is gnarly. But Teddy has never sprayed anyone because it's really like a last resort defense. So before skunk spray, they'll stomp with their
Don't
feet.
make him mad.
Don't make him
I
mad.
actually think I know why.
Why?
So, in World of Warcraft, you have like some 2-minute abilities and 3-minute abilities, and they have a long cooldown. And let's say that you have unending resolve. You know, if you use it and then something bad happens, let's say you ice block maybe for the mages out there, then you don't have. Do the anal glands have a long internal cooldown? So
Yes.
So how often can
They
they use their anal glands?
keep playing WoW. You'll
Once
learn
they
everything.
spray, it takes a couple days for those glands to fully recharge per se, so that they can spray again effectively.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so that's why it's a last resort. They don't want to waste that. So they'll stomp.
It's like
they'll,
a gecko removing it, like when
Yeah,
their tail comes
removing
up.
its
Yeah.
tail.
Mhm.
Some skunks will even stand up on their front feet or their front legs to show you that they're about to spray. But, yep, Teddy totally could. Teddy
Now,
won't.
let's say
Holy
Teddy did spray. Let's say that Teddy
I'm going to put
hypothetically.
him in there.
Okay, let's say that Teddy did spray.
Okay.
If Teddy sprayed, how long would this room stink?
Ella, what, week? Like a week? Weeks?
You would get used to the smell pretty fast, but every time you walk into the room, you would automatically
Watch out, Rich.
notice that there was a very bad smell. The best way to get the skunk smell out of anything is a mixture of baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, just soap and water, and just thyme.
Yeah, they say you take a tomato bath, right?
That doesn't work so well. The hydrogen peroxide baking soda method works better. I don't have the exact formula, but it's all over Google. I'm sure if you ever have a situation.
I'm just curious.
So-
Yeah, I'm not playing it. I want to get a picture with the skunk.
So how much of a pet can one of these things be?
So there are some states where skunks are legal as pets. I don't think that skunks should be pets. I have the same position on all wild animals. I don't think that they should be pets. They remove the scent glands of skunks that are pets, and that's a really, really invasive procedure, especially when they're young, which I think is unethical. So I don't. When I post him on my social media, I always make it super, super clear that this is a non-releasable educational ambassador and that he's not a pet.
Man, they're a lot rounder. It's a very rotund creature.
Yeah. he eats well at the center.
I wasn't calling him fat.
You want to sit in here, Rich?
No.
Really?
I'm fine out here. Oh, his mouth's out.
Wow.
Why is his mouth like that?
He thought I was gonna pick him up. I think. I'm just closing that.
Why is he?
Look at this ferocious beast.
He likes playing.
Oh my god.
Why he's a dog? He is actually.
It's made to
Jesus.
kill.
Holy fuck.
Alright, I don't want this to open up.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm stuck. Oh, sorry.
So you can just have him kind of like running
Wait,
around
did he
the
just
house?
go? Was that
No,
him or
that
is
was me.
Oh. I was like, damn, this animal makes wild noises.
Oh, sorry.
Look at him running around.
What type of noise does a skunk make, Maya?
What noises do they make? He doesn't make noise very often.
The loudest sound I can think of them making is they stomp their front feet to ward off potential, predators. But I don't think they kind of make a spitting, hissing noise when they're playing or wrestling with other skunks, but other than that, I can't really think of any.
So they naturally
noises.
burrow, is that right?
Our skunk enclosure, so at the center, the babies stay inside for a period of time, but then we move them outside so they can get used to, the weather and actually kind of fending for themselves more so. We have a concrete base around the enclosure. We had to put concrete down a couple of feet because skunks can burrow pretty deep and, dig their way out. And they're babies, so we don't want them to release themselves too early.
Do they forcibly push their tails out and make them bigger to try to give the illusion of being large to ward off people, or does he have no control over his fur hair, tail hair?
I think that is part of it, and I think the coloration helps with that, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I do a lot of things with my attire to try to make myself look bigger than I actually am.
Look at that. Yeah, we know. Look at that. So, can you pet it?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. It depends on his depends on his mood and depends on the person. But generally, if you're in there with a flat hand, he does all right.
I feel like I worry about it's like I'm petting a bomb.
No, you don't have to worry about that. He's never sprayed anyone. I wouldn't bring him here if I thought he was gonna spray.
That'd be kind of funny, and I know you don't really like S-Fan.
Yeah, not so bad. He's also, this is Teddy's first program as well. He's only 6 months old, so
Wow.
big day for him.
Wow, so he's about as mature as most of the people watching in chat right now.
Right.
Wow, look at that. And so they burrow naturally.
Yeah, they have really long front claws. His are clipped, but the skunks have really, really long curved front claws for digging.
For digging, do they climb at all? I know a lot of badgers do climb.
They can. I don't know how well they can climb, but we have to put chicken wire at the top of the skunk enclosure to keep them from, climbing out.
So they can go up, they can go down, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Skunk don't care.
Right.
Nope. They do not care.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen one of these in real life. I usually just smell them.
I haven't really had experiences with skunks before I moved here.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with this animal.
Yeah.
I think he's so fun to be around. He's so intelligent. He's so sweet.
How smart would you say, compared to a dog? I know that everybody always tries to compare animal intelligence, which doesn't really make sense because there are a lot of different types of intelligence. Like, for example, a lot of us streamers are very intelligent when it comes to book smarts, but put us in a social situation and we really can't, we don't thrive there, right? Crystal intelligence versus fluid intelligence, social cues, you know what I'm talking about. I know that pigs, for example, are a very intelligent animal, but they mostly thrive off situations where they can get food as a reward. Whereas dogs, they thrive off of attention and affection,
Praise,
much
right.
like streamers, actually. So what would you say about a skunk's intelligence?
But you actually have a really good grasp on animal intelligence.
I actually wanted to work with animals when I was a kid. I worked at a preservation place myself. I used to paint ospreys. I told
yeah,
you
you
that
told me
before.
that.
Yeah.
For his intelligence, so he's super food motivated. As you can see, he's pretty happy in there. He's got some cat treats are his favorite, and then he also gets pecans, like some of the other animals we have. He is exceptional at figuring out puzzle boxes. So we feed him in puzzle feeders sometimes. We have him go through boxes to get his food, but.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's far faster at figuring those things out than opossums.
How long would it take a person to figure out a puzzle box?
Probably not long at all.
Do you think a possum could, or sorry, this skunk could beat some people?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure some people.
Some people.
Seriously?
He doesn't have the benefit of opposable thumbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Look, I mean, anything. It really depends on the reward, right? How quick things are going to solve it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You ever hear about the? Never mind. I can't say that because your name actually got banned.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I can't bring that one up. Man, that's pretty crazy. I'm face to face with the skunk right now.
I cannot believe that. Like, that's actually a real skunk. Yeah, these animals are incredible. I've never really even seen. I've seen a turtle before in real life. A possum, yeah, but never an owl. Never a skunk.
They were all going throughout like the entire thing. I was reading chat and they were going, "Yo, Rich, you stink." I didn't know. Chat can read the future.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's super cool. Everybody's always really impressed once you get up and close and personal with the animals. That's why we have our educational ambassadors. That's why education is part of the mission of the center that we both work at. But yeah, this is our last one. Appreciate you guys letting us bring them here.
No,
they all did
thank
really
you so
good.
much.
This is incredible.
It's
Thank
like
you all so
kindergarten.
much.
This is a lot of their
Yeah.
first times being out at like a program, so it's a good opportunity for them. This is good.
Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And so,
sure.
Don't clap loud when there's a skunk in the middle
Oh,
of the
he's
room.
fine.
this is a bomb, all right? You watch out for the bomb. Yeah.
Like lighting the fuse on the TNT, you madman.
Yeah.
We're going to be here for another 3 weeks at this point with how this race is going. Oh, man. Honestly, after watching some of the pulls, I'm pretty sure Teddy could take care of Sludge Fist before a lot of these guilds could. But for anybody who's watching at home right now, really cares about these animals, thought that they were super cool, what's your advice to them? How can they actually help animals?
For sure. Learn about them is my first big one. If you don't have the money or the time to volunteer somewhere where they're helping animals, a rehab center, a zoo, a rescue, what have you, or you don't have the money to donate to those places to keep them running, just learn about animals and gain an appreciation for them. You can teach other people about the animals so that they care about them. We're really into changing people's minds about animals. So you think a skunk just sprays all the time, is smelly. You think an opossum's gross and a pest. There are actually lots of cool things about all of our native wildlife that everyone can come to appreciate. So that's why we do what we do.
I was genuinely very scared, as you saw, and you actually heard me, I think, the other night when I came in your place because there was a possum outside and I was terrified. And I said, I hate this. I hate Texas. I said, I'm never coming back here again. I want to go back to New York City. What the fuck is this shit? There's deers all over the place. This is the most backwards place I've ever been in my entire life. I'm going back to New York. But now I'm not scared anymore. I was terrified. I was genuinely terrified. So thank you a lot for that, for opening up my perspective quite a bit. Fuck New York. My question now is, let's say I see a possum and it seems like it's in danger, or there's a baby skunk and I feel like it needs help. What should my reaction be now that I'm not scared and I want to help him?
So a part of how you can help your local wildlife is knowing about your local wildlife rehabilitators. There are quite a few centers where people rehab wildlife across Texas, but it's a relatively new thing, so not a lot of people know about it. I constantly get people saying, I'm so glad y'all are here. I never would have guessed y'all were here. If you don't know how to find a rehabber, you can always look online for rehabbers in your area. We work with Texas Parks and Wildlife, so I'm not sure about other states, but the Texas Parks and Wildlife website has a list of rehabbers in the area. You can call game wardens, some police, or if you contact the police or a non-emergency number and ask to speak to a game warden, they should be able to help you. But other than that, just Google.
Google your rehabber. My big advice is to never try to raise something up yourself.
Just don't touch it. Call, right?
Yeah, until somebody gives you direction.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that we get in is people people have tried to raise the animals, but they don't know what to feed them, how often to feed them, and that becomes an issue. So I always leave it up to the rehabilitators.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Now,
you guys all so much.
I know that this timing is going to seem really bad, but we're about to start our very first pet battle tournament. In game, of course. We didn't really plan out the day very well, and the schedules being what they are, we actually have Hazelnutty on the other line to beat the shit out of some virtual animals. Asmon versus Hazel. We're going to do better with scheduling in the future. We're still getting used to this race to world first. We're going to get set up for that. Let's get some hearts in the chat for these guys for showing us everything with these animals. Some hearts in the chat for the animals, and we'll see you guys right after this.
Thank you very much.